Hello, and welcome back to This Is Me podcast by your one and only host, me, Rachel Hills, just a 20-year-old something girl trying to figure this crazy life out and recording it while I go through the process. So let's dive in to episode number 9. We're almost in double digits. Here we go. Today we're going to start things off with a quote, and that quote is, "We cannot change the people around us, but we can change the people around us." I don't know who wrote this quote originally. I've looked it up and I didn't see it. So if you see it, let me know. Drop in the comments below or tag me on Instagram, something. I think this is a fantastic quote because it explains so much in such a short amount of time. It's right. We cannot change other people. You physically cannot change them. And I was very much reminded of this in the church service this last weekend and in my experiences in the last few days with work and personal life. But we can change the people around us, meaning physically. If you're not vibing with somebody, if you're not getting along with somebody, if you're not understanding them or just feel like it's just not meshing very well, you don't have to hang out with that individual. And today I want to go through 3 different little tidbits that I realized or found that isn't each of my type of people that I hang out with. Mind you, these 3 things aren't always in everybody, including myself, every single day because we're all human and we're not perfect. That's not how we were created, in my opinion. But these 3 things do kind of show who that person is underneath, with their morals, with who they are as an individual. So let's dive in. All right, party people, I'm going to start it off with listing the 3 things and then going to go back and explain each one to my specifics and what I look in for a friendship, for a partnership, for anybody that wants to be in my circle of my people. So, 1, positive, upbeat, most days. Keyword in that phrase, most days. Number 2, energetic for the most part. Keyword, most part. Number 3, honest and overall nice. Because if you're not honest with me, sunshine, we ain't vibing, and that's a-okay. So, to go back, to repeat them. 1, positive, upbeat, most days. 2, energetic for the most part. 3, honest and nice. Number 1, positive and upbeat most days. As you can probably tell by the way I talk, the energy I show behind my voice, I have a lot of freaking energy that a lot of people just can't take, and they're just like, woo, too much. Those are my people. But my people are the type that do like that energy, or that do like my positivity, or I have a lot of friends that comment on my Facebook and Instagram posts and say, hey, I really like that. I totally connected with you on that. Thank you for the positive uplift. I have family members that call me and say that. I'm not saying that I am positive 100% of the time, and I'm not saying that I don't ever have struggles in life, because I do. I start out every single podcast episode. I'm in the middle of my 20s. I feel like that is the era, or the 10 years of everyone's life that is the most up and down all around time. So, moving on. Number 2, I'm energetic for the most part. As you can tell, I was just laughing at myself because I say some really weird, funny things sometimes. So do all the other people I hang out with for the most part. I mean, yes, not all of my friends and family and my people are going to be comedians and going to be up on stage and make you laugh all the time, but they have a good sense of humor. I don't really usually vibe with people that have a very, not sense of humor, or, get overly offended at different things or things like that. I'm not saying that, it's bad to be offended about different things. I just notice that those are my people. So, I mean, these 3 things are the way I do it. Your 3 things might be completely different. Like I've said in other podcasts with the different steps that I take. You might take 1. You might take all 3. You might take an extravagant amount of all 4 or 5 that you can come up with after. You might not. So, number 3, honest and nice. As you can also probably tell, I am very honest with everybody. Sometimes a little too honest, probably. Might share a little bit too much information with some people. Well, you live and you learn. And I'm nice. At least I like to think that I am. I don't mean that in I'm so full of myself and I'm just the most beautiful thing in the world. No. I mean that in the fact that I'm going to be nice to anybody that comes in front of me. Because I would like to have that perceived in the world and for that to come back to me, for anybody that I talk to be nice to me, because I fully believe that when you first meet somebody, there's no reason you shouldn't be nice to them unless they did something to you and you've already known them, and that's a whole other conversation. But honest and nice is probably my number one. I probably should have put that at the top. So those are the 3 things, and hopefully this helped you. Hopefully you vibed with it. Maybe I just found more of my people by going through these 3 things, and you're thinking, yes, we mashed in all 3 things. And girl, guy, message me. Let's be friends. Maybe you just went through all 3 of these things, and you're like, oh my gosh, this podcast, not for me. Totally cool. Totally fine with it. I understand, but I still wish you a fabulous rest of your day, no matter what time it is that you're listening to this. And that's the end of another awesome episode. I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my freaking heart for listening. I very much appreciate it. I'm so happy that I'm able to do this and that I'm able to share what I think is important to others that hopefully vibe with it. And I also want to remind everybody that you can get on my text list if you want some pump up jam, or if like the things we were talking about today, if those vibe, I would love to be able to help you and send them more out, and maybe we could be friends, like I said. So that text is 1-715-200-8800. Again, what that does is you text that number, it gets you on my text list, and I send out positive inspirational stuff at least once a week, and then you get updates about the podcast. So I will catch you on the next episode. Bye.